Hi, everybody. It is Sunday, May 9th, Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I know that's one thing we all have in common is we all have mothers. Okay, I'm going to kind of do a little bit of update, sort of like what's going on, but I'm kind of inspired to tell you guys something I've been putting off for a while. Um, if you're paying attention at all to what's going on out there, uh, uh, everything seems very controlled. That's kind of one of the main things you kind of pick up on. Like there seems to be certain timing for things. There's like a rollout of things, not only of world problems, if you know what I mean, but it's very contrived, very organized, very. It's like, as you notice, it's just like unrealistic things are happening, and it's kind of over the top. Uh, because what's happening is, well, there's several things kind of going on, but it's the end of our controllers. We've been controlled for thousands of years, and they're losing control. So we're dismantling their control mechanisms all around the world, which is as we all know, they're for sure they're going to be involved in government corruption and judicial corruption, all that stuff. So they're very deeply seated in these institutions, but we're tearing everything down. This has been planned for quite some time, and this has turned out to be a lot more difficult than I think we first thought. Um, uh, but as far as like, I'm just going to try to kind of encapsulate what's happening lately is um, basically since uh, the Biden administration here in the United States has taken over, this has been kind of like a final, um, not push, but it's like a final um, move on the side of the good guys to just let this thing play out, to let all the corruption come to the surface. So it's I know it's been kind of painful to go through, but what it boils down to is there's nothing that they can destroy that we can't fix. So it's worth letting them play out their scenario and their agenda, so we can kind of do the final cleanup. Basically, see who's on whose side, that type of thing. So that's in the physical realm. That's kind of what's going on there. Now, as far as uh, what's been happening for all of the star workers or star seeds around the world that have been put in place in these physical avatars, basically, to help move this thing forward is uh, basically kind of what I've been trying to tell you guys for quite some time is human consciousness, especially combined together, create things. We're a lot more powerful than we realize. So uh, basically, kind of what's happening is, and that's why they've hijacked it. They've hijacked our consciousness too. They've uh, played mind games with us, a lot of mind control, because they realize if they capture our minds, they capture this physical reality too. So because we're manifesting that stuff in the physical world. I mean, I've given you lots of examples in the past, but I'm just saying, if I have a thought in my head, I'm gonna go, you know what, I'm gonna do wood carving today of something. So if I find a block of wood and I carve out a little wooden bear or something, well, everything starts off with your thoughts, and then we manifest it in a physical form, and then next thing hours later, there's a physical form of what I was thinking about. So we do this on a mass scale constantly, you know, and people just aren't aware of it. So um, I guess kind of what I'm getting at, and this is what I was told to tell you guys, is that's why we have to be careful of what we think and what we say. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, be positive. Is um, everybody, whether they realize it or not, are creating this storyline. So if in a sense, what's been happening lately is the positive storyline is being stalled by a lot of people that are waiting for the cavalry. If you kind of get what I'm saying, is we're all expecting someone else to do something. It's almost as if, I mean, one of the examples I've keep runs through my head is like we're soldiers on the line. We're on the front line, and we're fighting this battle. And if we're all going to sit around going, well, wait, when's the cavalry coming? When are they gonna come save us? Like, we're on the front lines, you guys. We're the ones that are doing the actual work. And what I mean by the actual work in this case is we are creating this storyline. So if you're thinking, boy, things are going to change and things are going to turn around for the better, that's what'll happen. But a lot of us are just sitting around going in fear still. I mean, you better not be in fear. I mean, just don't fall for it. And we're waiting for someone to do something. Whereas you got to realize we're the ones at the front line. And I'm saying, yes, okay, physically do things too, which I do myself. I'm trying to be an example. And first of all, don't fall for the fear. Don't don't get manipulated. Don't consent to bad rules. If you know what I'm getting at. If they're saying do something and you know it's wrong, just don't do it. And that's how you manifest that reality. My reality, it hasn't really changed in over a year or almost 2 years since this. Well, not 2 years, but yeah, since this whole craziness started. I haven't changed. I My life still goes on exactly the way it was, as if it was over. Like, to me, this control system is over. That's what I've been working on for a long time. So my world, but unfortunately, that's only one person. So we've got to, and I'm trying to be an example, and maybe I only can sort of help 10 or 15 people maybe that watch these videos. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to do my part as best I can. Um, so when I came here, I mean, and I've explained to you guys before, like I'm kind of waking up to that. Is I'm trying to anchor in my positive thoughts to this world, and I am. I'm doing the job as best I can. Um, but what I'm just going to give you a kind of heads up of what the plan was, and it's been revealed to me more and more, is these storylines that everybody was expecting to happen, like for instance Armageddon, that ain't going to happen. Nuclear wars, nuclear holocaust, that ain't going to happen. All this stuff we've been dismantling, so it's not going to happen. We're basically destroying that. That was their agenda. That was their agenda. So we've come here and we're destroying it. So that's not capable to happen. We're destroying it from on Earth as well as off planet. We're destroying this agenda. We're taking it apart, and we're basically nullifying things and basically taking the sting out of all this. So, but ultimately, the bigger picture is we are all spirits. And I know this is I'm doing the outside story. This is this is from source. We are all in this matrix to learn experiences. And this experience, not only are we creating it for ourselves, that's why they were trying to hijack it and force their will on us. lots of mind control. But those of us that have come, and then there's millions of us here, are trying to steer this in a better direction. And all the people that are trying to wait for a different outcome or waiting to be saved is kind of stalling it. Because what it is we are, if you guys only realize, you are part of Source. You are part of God. You are making the decisions. You don't have to fall for those old storybook endings anymore, because we're changing it. We're coming here and we're writing a new future, and you are participating, whether you realize it or not. This is the never-ending story, and you've got to help write this story. You know, it's up to you too. I mean, not only are you going to enjoy the benefits of it, but to be honest, this whole thing is a learning experience. It's for us to learn not only how to do it, but also how to correct it when it goes wrong, and how to get away from the entities that are trying to destroy it. We are God's representatives. Like, we are the foot soldiers in the very front line. Like I said, we're all sort of like, well, when's God going to show up? When's he going to... It's like literally saying, like, well, when's Dad going to come here and help us out? Your dad, or God, or Source, is purposely standing back going, so what are you going to do now, son? What are you going to do? Daughter? What are you going to do? Like, I mean, he's always there, or Source is always there to back us up. But this whole part of this whole lesson is for us to learn to do it. We're going to break free from this. We are going to fight back. This is it. This is, you guys, you're involved in this, and we have to participate. You can't. I think you guys kind of get the gist of where I'm going with this, but I'm told that it's being stalled because we're trying to force an old storyline to come true. Don't. It's changed. We fixed it. We're not going to go through Armageddon. We're not going to go through, we've stopped that. It's a different ending. Let me put it that way. This is a different ending. And we're making that ending. That's the cool part about it, is we're creating our own story here. So you guys got to participate, not only with being positive, but change it for a really fun, unexpected turn outcome. I mean, because just so you know, those of us working behind the scenes, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes, that's the different ending that you're not expecting. It's going to be, we're going to be freed. We're going to be freed from this, and there's going to be justice. There will be. And that's coming soon. But like I said, don't sit in your foxhole waiting for the cavalry. Just be a part of it. Okay, I know it's kind of a silly little lesson, but that was kind of what I was told to tell you guys. Take it with a grain of salt, and happy Mother's Day. Talk to you later. Bye.